Hi everyone, it's Miss Chima here with your next week's video for Origami and Illusions Club. This time it's going to be origami. Now, what we're going to have a go at doing today is making a flower, a tulip. Now with this tulip, we are going to be having two different parts, so it's going to be two different sets of origami for you. One of them is the actual flower here, and the other one will be the stem and the leaf. Okay, so let's make a start. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to need two pieces of paper. One of them will be your flower, the other one will be your stem and leaf. So I'm going to start off with the flower first. The first thing that you need to do is turn your paper over and fold diagonally, corner to corner, just like so. Okay, make sure these folds are really sharp, as I've always said, because that helps with the folding element that we'll get in a little while. Then unfold this and you'll notice that you've got a very sharp fold diagonally here. Then turn your paper over and you're going to do another fold just there. And that way, when you come to unfold this in a moment, you're going to have a crisscross fold all the way through your paper. Now again, I'm just making sure that's really nice and sharp. And there you have it. You can see that you've got a cross fold there. Now, this next part, if you've done the folds nice and sharply, this shouldn't be too tricky. But what we're going to do is we're going to fold the paper in on itself, just like this. And as we do, we'll see we create a little triangular shape. I'm going to show you that again. So we've got the paper there, and we fold it inwards like that, and it creates this triangle. And when that happens, all you're going to do is make sure you've got that point at the very top of your triangle, your vertex is there, and folding it all the way down, just like that. Okay, and you'll see you've got a little open section at the bottom. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take one of the corners here and you're going to fold that upwards, just like that. Okay, and then you're going to do, so once you've made that fold here, you're going to take the other corner on the other side and fold upwards like you did a moment ago. Okay, just make sure that you've got a nice little corner here, and then what you're going to do is you're going to turn the paper over and you're going to repeat that step again, folding both of the corners upwards, just like this. Okay, now once that's done, you'll notice that on both sides you've got a nice flap. Now what you're going to do with that is you're going to fold this section down here, and the back part, because you've got 1, 2, 3 on this side, you're going to take the back section, and fold that the other way as well, and you have something that looks like this. Okay, so you've got two on either side. Now the next step that you're going to do is you're going to fold, okay, from the top you're going to fold down, just like so. Okay, so you're going to make a little triangle, and your line just in the middle here shows you where you're going to fold up until, and the same on the other side. Okay, just going to fold right the way down, just like that. Okay, then if you turn your paper over, you're going to repeat that step, fold, and then fold again. The great thing about the tulip is it's got so many repetitive movements, you can actually memorize this and do this without having to use a video after a little while. So now you can see you've got your 4 folds, And the next step is you'll notice that you've got these little flaps on either petal. And all you're going to do is just going to take one of the flaps. It doesn't matter if you do the right or the left, and you're going to just place it into the other one, just like that. And then you're going to turn your flower over, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Now this might look a little bit tricky. Take your time with it though, and it does fit, and it'll go in nice and snug like that. Now, holding those down, the next step is if you turn your flower over, you'll notice that there's a little hole here. And what you're going to do is making sure you keep a hold of these so they don't fall out. You're going to blow into that, okay? And as you blow, your flower will inflate slightly, okay? Just like this. Okay, so you'll notice that once you've blown into it, your flower has inflated, and it looks a little bit like this. It's gone a little slightly more larger than it was. And then the next and final step for your flower is to do the following. You'll notice that you've got these points at the top. These are your petals, and all you're going to do is you're just going to bring each petal down roughly halfway. Okay, now this is entirely up to you. It depends on how much you want to show your tulip blooming. So you can bring it down halfway, you can bring it down very slightly. Okay, and there you have your tulip. Now that, in a moment, you can place onto your stem and your leaf once it's done. So now I'm going to show you how to do the leaf. Now with that, what you're going to do is you're going to take another piece of paper. Doesn't really matter what color it is. Usually we'll go for green. I've gone for a green here. You can see a slightly different color in the camera. So for this, what you're going to do is turn the paper over again, and similar to the tulip, you're going to make a diagonal fold, just like so, all the way down, nice and sharp. And what that gives us is a guideline straight through the middle. And with that, you're going to fold each of the corners down very carefully to meet roughly by that guideline. Okay, just like that. Once that's done, if you turn your paper over, and you're going to repeat that same step, and just fold to make this corner meet in the middle where that guideline is. And you'll notice that this one, these two folds to create the triangles, are actually smaller than the ones you did on this side. Okay, once that's done, what you're going to do next is take this section here. So you've got the long, if you look that way, you can see that it's the longer side, not the shorter side, but the longer side, that you're going to fold in on itself one more time. Okay, so just to that point, all the way down, nice sharp fold. Once that's done, if you turn your paper over, and you're going to fold point to point. Okay, so I'm just going to turn it that way so you can see it better. So it meets roughly at the top, so you're going to fold that in half. When that's done, you're going to fold it one more time, just in half like that. Okay, and then last step is if you pull this out slightly, and as you've pulled it, just press down at the bottom, and you'll notice that you've got your leaves just on this side here. Okay, now all you do is you take your petal and you place it on top of your stem, just like that, and there you have your tulip. Let me know how yours goes. Send in a picture so we can have a look. Bye for now.